So when a YouTuber titles a video like I did this one, you're probably like, oh, that's dramatic, that's exaggerating. Come on, bro, let's be real here. No, I actually stand by that. I 100% agree with this title. The way this entire SSSniperWolf situation has played out and how YouTube has handled it has been very sad, to be honest. It's like when you play a video game, right? You have the good ending, then you have the bad ending. Well, this is the sad ending. We have a middle choice. And you know what? It could be a lot worse, but it could be a lot better too. And unfortunately, we just got the one where it's like we all knew it was coming, but we thought that maybe YouTube would do better. Now, for those that aren't aware, I got like a whole fuckload of videos on the whole SSSniperWolf situation. I'll put a link in the description below. But to give you the quick cliff notes, essentially a big YouTuber by this name of SSSniperWolf, you've seen her on your YouTube homepage at least some point in time. She's a reactor. She doesn't really make any good content at all, at least in my opinion. But she decided to dox another big YouTuber by the name of Jax Films because he decided to make a whole channel that was based around the idea of calling her out and critiquing her content and, you know, trying to actually put effort into it so that maybe one day she would be like, oh, you know what? Those are some really good points. Let me up my game and start making better content. But in reality, she just saw it as her being harassed because she doesn't know what the actual definition of harassment is. And she thought that maybe she needed, for some godforsaken reason, when she went to his house, she thought maybe she needed to get a restraining order. That sounds fucking crazy when I say that out loud.
This guy's entire channel is just me. Every single video for the past few months has been about me. And it's just like shitting on me. And then his streams, this dude is just like low-key harassing me. Like, should I get a restraining order?
Anyways, following that situation, YouTube finally decided to address the situation after she did it 1 week later, and she followed up having her own apology about an hour later, which shows that they were probably working behind the scenes together, and they were like, hey, SSSniperWolf, hey, you got to make this apology. Like, you put us in a tight bind. Either you make this or something else is going to happen. Like, we can sit there and just demonetize you temporarily, at least, you know, slap on the wrist, all right? But you need to show face and at least act like you're sorry when in reality you're not. Because if she really was sorry, then she would have made that apology within the first couple days, probably the first day it happened, instead of waiting the whole week to do a whole ChatGPT type response. And then just to show you how much the situation has affected Jack himself, he made a video going over what was next for his Jax Films channel and what they were going to do with it. But this is the part that stood out to me the most.
These last few weeks have been pretty rough, to say the least. Aaron and I are okay, but we're just in this weird limbo of scared to leave our home and strongly considering moving. So it hasn't been great.
And that's the really sad thing about this. Imagine having to look over your shoulder every single day and just wonder who could potentially be waiting for you outside your home to maybe do something to you or do anything at all. That is the scariest fucking thing. And knowing that the person who started all this, who caused everything, didn't really get a severe punishment at all, and it was more like a slap on the wrist, and on top of that, only gave an apology because she was practically forced to. I refuse to believe anyone who actually thinks that she wrote that apology on her own free will and actually wanted to post that. She was forced to by YouTube to post that, because if she didn't, then it was going to be even more shitstorm. YouTube was trying to wait for that wanted level, like Grand Theft Auto. They were waiting for the 5-star to go away, and it wasn't. People were still pressuring 1 week later, and they're like, fuck, god damn it, all right guys, fuck, all right, she's worried, we addressed it, hey, she's demonetized, all right, it's temporarily, but we did something, all right, leave us alone. You know, that's pretty much how YouTube reacted to the entire situation. And then to add on top of that, in YouTube's response, they were already trying to criticize Jack for his channel and for him criticizing SSSniperWolf's content, which ultimately means that they had an issue with a YouTuber criticizing another YouTuber, which is wild. Are we getting to the point where we can't criticize anyone on this platform? Now, let's be clear here. It's not like Jack's Film was going out of his way, sitting there talking shit about her appearance, trying to make fun of her, belittle her. It was literally criticizing, critiquing, trying to see a creator do better on the platform. That, like, if you can't even do that on this platform, if you're actually looked in a bad light by YouTube for doing that, and they somehow look at reaction content as better than critiquing content, that is absolutely baffling. That is wild. And the scary thing is that's what it really feels like going forward. When you look at Jax Film's video about saying what's going next for his channel, he talks about it briefly, and I just want to share a little bit of it.
Depending on what to do with this channel and how to move forward, but in the meantime, there's something I'd like to try that's consistent with our mission of crediting the creators. So for the time being, here's my plan. If you're a creator and you're open to the idea of me watching your work live on stream, providing critiques and feedback and tips, then please send us your stuff. We have a Google form linked in the description below, so fill it out if you want me to take a look at your work. And I keep saying try because I'm in a weird spot. I don't know what the future of this channel is. There's a lot of uncertainty. I can't stress how off things have been since the incident. but this is my literal job. I have to do something with this channel. So in the meantime, let's try this.
So from everything he said in that video, it's kind of hard to tell exactly per se if the reason that he's not able to continue the channel the way he originally intended it to be is because of YouTube, or if it's because of how they were pretty much saying like, hey, we don't like the shit that you're doing either, buddy. You're lucky we ain't did shit to you yet. Or if it's just because he's just genuinely scared because of the whole SSSniperWolf situation. If he keeps on making videos on her, now with his home being out there, what might happen if Jax decides to upload a video that's critiquing one of SSSniperWolf's videos, and then somehow one of her loyal fans lives very close to him. They're just waiting for that one video to pop off that ticks them off, and then they go do something. That could be the genuine fear that Jax has regarding the whole entire situation. I couldn't tell you, but it kind of feels like that might be part of it. And then YouTube as well too, because they weren't entirely happy with how the whole situation played out either. But I don't know. I just want to talk about this real quick because I just want to give this final conclusion, my final thoughts. It genuinely sucks to see that a big YouTuber can get away with doing shit like this, because at the end of the day, SSSniperWolf didn't really face any crime or penalties or punishment at all. She's not the one that's going to have to move. She's not the one looking over her shoulder. And then on top of that, she's getting what she wants. She's not getting any more videos made about her that are critiquing her content, bringing spotlight to how lazy it is. She more or less gets off scot-free, and that sucks. That is fucking terrible. Imagine being the victim in this situation. Instead of getting justice, you pretty much just get spit in your face by the company that you work for, because another coworker decided to be petty and upset and want to dox your location and just try and go to war with you. And then in the end, doesn't really face any real punishments at all. That is awful. This is the sad ending. It sucks. At least Jack gets to try something else with the channel, at least maybe salvage it for what he can. The idea, I think, personally sounds like a great one. I think it should hopefully do well on his channel. Obviously, a lot of people subscribe to see him critique and, criticize SSSniperWolf's content. So maybe the channel might, have less viewers long term. But I still think overall the plan, the mission, and everything that he's been trying to do with the channel has been great. And hopefully it continues to see success. Anyways, you made this far into the video, consider giving a like, subscribing to the channel. Let me a comment below what you think. Have a great day. Yeah.